Good morning, I'm Joe Bird. It is 6 o'clock here on this Thursday morning. We want you right to a press conference happening right now in western Kentucky as emergency crews from both Davis and Ohio County are searching for a small airplane that went missing.
And started our search. It's very dark out here, very heavily wooded area. We notified the Ohio County Sheriff's Office, and they began assisting us. We started on our side of the line. We've been using a variety of tools to try to locate this wreckage. We have not found it yet. We were using the pilot's cell phones to ping them. We're using data from the FAA of where the last contact was. And we, as of the last few hours, we have a pilot on the ground here with an emergency aviation radio that is able to hone in on a transponder. So we are very close. We have located some flight charts and other paperwork associated with an aircraft on the ground. So we know we are close. We, about 2 a.m., moved our command post from the Davis County sideline to this church here on Highway 764, where we presently are, into Ohio County. So I'd like to have Sheriff Wright say a few things.
Absolutely. So the Davis County Sheriff's Office contacted the Ohio County Sheriff's Office shortly right after around midnight this morning, indicated to us that they were currently attempting to locate this aircraft that is missing, that we cannot account for at this time. Once we arrived in Davis County, our agency, again, was assisting Davis County Sheriff's Office with the attempt to locate this aircraft. Information and evidence here on the scene indicates that this crash may now be in Ohio County. With all the resources here, we requested the Davis County Sheriff's Office to continue to assist us in this investigation, along with the Ohio County and Davis County EMA, Ohio County EMS, and Whitesboro Fire Department. Kentucky State Police was also here. We're grateful for their assistance that they gave us this morning. As of right now, we're still treating this as a rescue mission. We're hoping that we can find these individuals alive, and that's what we're hoping and praying for. As of right now, we're still waiting. Hopefully, when the sunlight starts to come up, we'll have a little bit more information to see where this impact may have been at. Right now, we still don't know. And like I said, and for all we know, it could be in Davis County or it could be here in Ohio County. We're just, the area that we're searching right now is just extremely large, and we're doing the best we can and try to locate these individuals for the family and the general public here.
Do you have any indication of who the victims may be or people who were in the plane?
We do. We have their identities. Each of the individuals on the plane has family members here at the command post. They're local people, so they have family members here. We're updating them as much as we can, and they were able to provide us with names. So.
And are you guys still searching for foot? How is it?
We have multiple teams on foot. We have drones in the air. We've had aircraft up at different times with thermal imaging, night vision devices. Right now, we are we're still searching, but we're also sort of waiting for the sun to come up so we can go back over some of the areas. A short while ago, Sheriff Wright and I had a conference call with the FAA and the NTSB. They are sending response teams to the area that should be here shortly after sunup to assist us, and they were actually able to provide a lot of insight into what we might be looking for at this point.
And so at this time right now, you guys haven't located the plane either?
We have not located any crash debris. We have located, like I said, those documents that lead us to believe that along with the ping of the transponder, that we're very close.
How large is your search area?
So basically, we're looking about 100 acres now. Earlier, it was about 80. It's expanded a little bit more because of what we have located here in Ohio County. We may think that there might be some stuff in Davis County, so we've actually extended that a little bit further back into Davis County, if you will.
And part of that is I told you we found maps and papers. This was a big storm that came through. It was a fast-moving, kind of came out of nowhere, caught a lot of people by surprise. And if this paperwork, was obviously probably blown around. So to think that we found some paperwork and the plane would be nearby is probably not realistic. So like Sheriff Wright said, we sort of opened the box back up after that.
Is there any indication on what caused the plane to go down?
We don't have any idea. I think obviously we would assume it had something to do with that storm. But at the same time, that's going to be the FAA's job and the NTSB to come here and assess that and get that information to you.
Will they take over once they get here, FAA and TSB?
Yes, they will have complete authority over everything. Our instructions is to continue looking. Sheriff Wright indicated, we're hoping and praying that we do find the two pilots alive. They may be injured, but we do have medical teams. We've maintained a posture all night long of having firefighter rescue teams with backboards and devices to help extract them, ready to go, not actively in the search, but ready to go here at the command post, and an ambulance with the ambulance personnel right there, ready to go, so that if we should find someone, we could get them out here into a hospital as quickly as possible. So our instructions are to continue searching, try to evacuate anyone that's injured, but as far as the wreckage, we'll leave that alone and let them take over.
And do you have a time when they might be here? They're on their way now? They're on
their way now. They're coming from out of town, I believe Louisville and Atlanta, so it might be a while. We're also there's a Kentucky State Police helicopter that's going to get here right about sun up as well, and we're really hopeful that that'll help. The plane that we've had up, the aircraft we've had up at this point has been fixed wing, and they're flying, but a helicopter for this type of terrain would be a better bet.
So the darkness is your enemy, but the sunlight is your...
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we didn't want to get out here at midnight and say, well, let's wait till the sun comes up, but I do think that we're at this point now, the sun should be up in less than an hour, that, we're going to keep driving forward, but, the sun should help a lot.
What's the terrain like in the search area?
It's extremely thick. At one point during the search, a lot of our personnel had to actually leave their side-by-sides and ATVs to go on foot because the terrain here is extremely thick and difficult to navigate through.
You've got some agricultural land that's open. Of course, if it still has crops, which a lot of them do, you can't see through it. But then surrounding that agricultural land is very thick forest. So nothing's wide open. Fortunately, there's not a lot of houses. We did have a lot of reports from residents overnight that they heard something. Several of them said I can't be sure if it was thunder but I heard a loud boom, so we're looking at that. We're currently, just sent a team, you may have seen, sent a team out of here in a vehicle to go to a nearby residence where a caller said that she woke up and seen the reports, and she said that shortly after the storm she had actually smelled smoke in her area. So that's has a high potential to be related to this incident. So we're following up everything we can, and right now we're making Sheriff Wright and I and all the agencies out here have made plans to replace personnel, because we've been out here since midnight or 11:30. So, we're going to see this thing through. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so if you are just joining us this morning and you're not totally aware of what's going on, let me kind of recap things here from both the sheriff there of Davis County and Ohio County. They are searching for a small airplane that went missing during last night's storms. Now, we can also show you some video there, too, from this area. They are searching along Highway 764. Now, this is in the Whitesville area. That is right along the Davis-Ohio County line. That's why both sheriffs are there right now. Here is what we know so far, and of course from what you just heard there from the sheriffs. On board that plane, a student pilot and an instructor. And according to law enforcement, the two were doing touch-and-go maneuvers at the Owensboro Regional Airport. They then flew to Bowling Green before heading back to Owensboro. Now, that's when they were told, or were told rather, that they encountered storms, and they were severe storms moving through the area. Then just before 11 p.m., Davis County officials received an emergency crash detection notification from the Evansville Regional Airport Tower. Now, crews immediately began their search, which right now, as he just mentioned, is taking place on the ground and on the air. So That is what we know at this time from officials. As you've just heard, they are still searching for that plane. Kentucky State Police is bringing in a helicopter from Frankfort, but they could not leave because of weather conditions. So we're having to wait for the weather conditions for the helicopter to then work its way over here. Now, you did hear them. They are treating this as a rescue mission. They have several drones in the air, thermal imaging, as you heard, and that Kentucky State Police helicopter will be en route, as well as the FAA and the NTSB. Now, there are currently about 50 rescue members from multiple agencies assisting in this operation, and you may have seen that video there. Even with lightning in the area, they're not letting that stop them. Now, if you live in the area, we have been told by the law enforcement that there are inquiries from the public saying they will go out and help try to find. Both sheriffs say they appreciate your willingness to help, but say they're asking you to stay away, especially once a potential crash site is found. Because once that site is found, it becomes a federal investigation. You even heard one of the sheriffs there say, once it's found, they turn everything over to the FAA and the NTSB. So we'll keep you updated as we go throughout the morning. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Ron has your forecast.